Everyone's going to think I'm some sort of pervert, but that's okay. But if they take that attitude, I'd like to be questioned on it, and I'd like to explain my way of seeing things. It really is about trying to make sense of the world while you're in it, and try to be honest. This is all to do with the terrible muddle we get ourselves into. Whenever I hear the news, I almost pull my hair out. It's just repetition all the time, same old rubbish. All these characters are, they're around all the time and we're bombarded with them. And there's Mrs. May, I don't know what to make of her, and there's Boris with a toy plane and a catapult. Absolute idiots. I think it's due really to my upbringing, I'm very affected by the war. I lived through the war in London, and that's always been a terrific influence. And there's Hitler down there. Can't do a picture without Hitler being in it. You go to the cinema and watch Tarzan and Jane, and then followed by the newsreel of the Auschwitz or something, the German Nazi camps. All that bundled together. My God, you don't get over that, So you can't paint pretty pictures. It becomes wrong, in your head. Well, this is one of the paintings I could talk about. This is my family group. This is how I see a family group. Really odd collection of people. Mostly, these are from photographs. The only actual person I know, when I was in the army in Germany, was Taffy Williams, minor. And he's obviously quite a dandy. He's inherited his father's clothes by the look of him. The others are sort of distant in their own worlds, really. This is my mother. That's not really her, that was from an illustration for corsets. And I thought, that takes me right back to my mother. But I like the characters, and they come from all periods in history. Of course, you've got Rupert. The others are grabbed from anywhere I could find them, just to make a group. When I show this to somebody, they say, what's the nude doing there? It's related to the fact that when I first saw a nude lady. When I was 13, I went to Camberwell Art School, and I remember our first introduction to the nude, rather heavily built female nude, and we were 13. We'd hardly ever seen her. Never seen it, actually, a nude woman at that age. No. And there was this standing there for us. And most of the time you spent sharpening your pencils, too shy to look up. The female body is always absolutely find extremely beautiful, interesting. I absolutely love females, and I do paint sexual stuff, because it's a driving force in just about everything, really. So an artist has to reflect this stuff, and he does produce stuff. Picasso, Rembrandt, all produce pornographic stuff. It might stir the loins, but it's not pornographic, it's poetic art, Where would we be if there was no naughtiness in the world? Humour, eroticism, fantasy are elements that are very closely united. It's so much part of a human nature to be like this, Then you come to the problem of what are you trying to say at an exhibition? Do you want to sell? Is that what it's about? My stuff doesn't sell. So put ludicrous prices. Normally I put ludicrous prices on because it would be too humiliating to put a low price and they don't sell. You see, I'm doing a series I started actually last year, but I like that one. And I've got another one of there. I want to do 12 paintings of the seasons, January, February, etc. Occasionally I have a little commercial boost and I think I'm going to make some money. So I do these little pretty paintings. I've got some back there. Well, it's basically St. Ives, isn't it? And there's a nice teapot I had. And they sell. But I'm always ashamed that I've stooped so low. And then I have a reaction against that and do some monumental sort of pornographic spectacular. No, that's the wrong word. Artistic. Being an artist, I say I'm getting on a bit now, so I understand that it's a game. It's a game, and I can't play the game. I'm a dinosaur. I know I'm a dinosaur, but dinosaurs come up with stuff, don't they? You know, I still think I've got good paintings in me. That's what keeps me going. You know, I think the next painting, forget this one, it's not come out well, but the next one, that's going to be good, you know. So that's what keeps me going, you see. So what was the question?